you want to create a piece of media for television, it can be very daunting at first, but with this infomercial, we can teach you. Starting off the groundwork of any production, be it television or film, the job roles and job hierarchy. There are numerous job roles in this sector, from director to cameraman to light technician and makeup artist. They all come together like clockwork.
The hierarchy is the most important aspect of the production. To have a good flow in production, you have to have a good hierarchy. The best way to see the hierarchy is as follows: producer, director, cinematographer, editor, and then the rest of the crew. First, we have fixed term contracts. This is mainly for people who are behind the camera, so cameramen, makeup artists, and technicians. A contract makes it so they stick around until the end of production. Next up is freelancer. Freelancing is quite risky, as you don't have a set employer, instead you move from production to production. When working freelance, you can be dropped from a production as quickly as you are hired. They don't have an obligation to keep you. Irregular patterns is along the same lines as a freelancer, but instead you are brought into a production when you are needed. If the cameraman isn't available to work, you are contracted to come on and take his shift. Hourly rates is the most common style of pay in the industry. You get paid by the hour with this pattern. Normally hourly rates are used for people on the lower end of the hierarchy, people like runners for example. Hourly rates are always flexible for both parties. Last but not least is piecework. These are usually one-off pieces of media that the company will pay for. The most common example of piecework is concept art.
Work practices. This is another very important factor. Work practices help production run smoothly. A good example of work practice is to lay out expectations for production. Another example is to encourage people to give ideas, encourage them to give positive and negative feedback.
Another major point, regulatory bodies. The TV operators are regulated by Ofcom. They go as follows: protecting the under 18s, Section 2, harm and offence, Section 3, crime, disorder, hatred and abuse, Section 4, religion, Section 5, due accuracy, Section 6, election and referendums, Section 7, fairness, Section 8, privacy, Section 9, commercial references, Section 10, commercial conversations. And finally, qualifications and skills. As far as qualifications go, it depends on what sector you're getting into. If you're getting into art, you obviously need an art degree. But if you're getting into the purely media side of it, you need a media degree. And last but not least, skills that will help out in this sector. One of the biggest skills you need to have is the ability to speak to new people. This will help you out immensely in the sector. Now this brings an end to our infomercial. We hope this helped. Goodbye.